Good morning, I'm Neva Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Friday, 4th of April. In this update, Donald Trump's tariffs are expected to be felt at American burger shops before they're felt on New Zealand farms. Tariffs of at least 10% are now being imposed on almost all goods. The US surpassed Australia as our second largest export destination last year due to a sharp rise in meat exports. Rabobank senior strategist Ben Picton says because Americans need our beef, they're likely to bear most of the cost of the tariffs.
The US can't supply its own consumption needs. So what's going to happen in the short term, at least, is higher prices for US consumers.
Meanwhile, sacked diplomat Phil Goff says he's content his actions will be on the right side of history. The former Labour leader and Auckland mayor was forced out of his role as this country's High Commissioner to the UK last month after publicly questioning President Trump's knowledge of history. Goff says his question at the Chatham House event was on the minds of many and was framed reasonably. He doesn't regret what he said. A last-minute intervention from the ACT Party will mean tens of thousands of submissions to the controversial Treaty Principles Bill will be added to the public record. It was reported last week that those submissions wouldn't be able to be heard in time. It follows criticism from Labour's Duncan Webb, who said that the bill was being rammed through with outrageous haste. ACT's Todd Stevenson says the party respects people sharing their views.
Almost 300,000 New Zealanders made submissions, so it was really important for ACT to make sure that their voices actually were part of the permanent record and actually part of this process.
The sentencing of a man who secretly filmed 22 women and girls has prompted warnings about predator tactics. Micah Falla is facing 4 years in prison after pleading guilty to 42 charges relating to the offending. Many of the 22 victims were recorded as they showered, undressed or used the toilet. The government's chief victims advocate, Ruth Money, says public messaging is key to addressing risks.
We need to be very aware that these dangers are in amongst us, and we need to understand talking to people around the dangers that people pose.
Hopes any similar tragedies can be avoided in Kaikoura following the final report into a fatal boat capsize. 5 people died in Goose Bay when they became stuck under a charter boat after it struck a whale in 2022. The Transport Accident Investigation Commissions found a number of contributing factors to the incident, including that the region was under-resourced for a maritime incident of this size. Local MP National Stuart Smith is happy that's being addressed.
But I do think that may well not have made any difference to the outcome in the end.
In sport, a try-of-the-season contender from Seb Chris inside the last 2 minutes has sealed a 24-20 comeback NRL League victory for hosts Canberra against Cronulla to open round 5. Formula One champion Max Verstappen has defended his decision to like a comment on social media which described Red Bull's call to demote Liam Lawson to Racing Bulls as a panic move and close to bullying. Highlanders coach Jamie Joseph concedes his tight five's confidence has ebbed after repeated Super Rugby scrum penalties as they prepare to play the Force tomorrow. I'm Neva Manu, that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.